Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Local Business Spotlight. My name is Diana Lockie and I'm a local real estate agent here in the Apex and Cary areas. And today I have a special guest on my show. I have Ron Didner. He's the owner of Mookie's New York Deli right here in Cary.
Hello.
Hi Ron, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for doing an interview for our website.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and so first, tell us about your business.
Sure. So I'm a New York transplant, like most of Cary, it seems like. And I originally came down here not to open up a deli. I was actually asked to come down here to start a fine dining division for a restaurant company. And after doing that, my wife and I were constantly talking that there's no deli, you know. And one day we were actually at a playground with our son, and this grandmother was watching her child, or her grandchild, and she walked up to us once, and she goes, "You have a funny accent. Are you from New York?" And we're like, "Yeah." And she goes, when I was 18, which was many, many years ago, I spent the summer in Hoboken, New Jersey, and we would have pastrami, and I've never found it again. And my wife turned to me and she goes, "Just open up the deli," because we've been talking about it for a while. So we're in the style of Stage or Carnegie, which I grew up with, or the local deli, in Rockland County where I lived, or we're trying to be an authentic New York classic delicatessen, and that's what we are.
Yeah. And we were able to try your sandwich today and a salad. I see you have a matzo ball soup, which is awesome. And it's really fresh, your salad was great. I'm a salad person, so I look for salad, so that was perfect.
So as much as we have the pastrami and the corned beef and the braised brisket and the chicken liver and tongue, and that, we also realize that not everyone's always going to want to eat that heavy. So we have everything from mushrooms that are grown locally, I think in Hillsborough, by Amy Fox. So we have, a variety of mushrooms and salads and lighter fare. We do a chicken Caesar, we do a tuna Caesar, we do a lot of different fun vegetarian dishes as well.
Oh, that's great. So you cater to different styles of eating.
That's
nice, yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing that's new to definitely my experience is the gluten-free questions. So a lot of people can't eat gluten. Which is, so we have a selection of gluten-free breads, and we make a lot of, like our potato latkes, we don't use a flour, we use corn flour, so that there's no gluten added to it. Okay. So we definitely, as much as there's the old school delicatessen, we obviously are trying to be broader for people that have either dietary issues or are looking for lighter, a little bit healthier, or things like that.
Yeah, so I guess we can bring the whole family.
You can, as well as come for a beer, as we have a full bar and a wine list, and or one of our specialty cocktails.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yes.
So we can come with a teenager who would like that pastrami sandwich.
Exactly, or grandpa that wants their scotch or bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So that's wonderful. And you're located. This is a very good location here, off of Tryon Road.
Yeah, we're on Tryon and Walnut, and it's seems to be doing really well. It's nice.
Yeah. And I like how you interact, like you greet customers very warmly and friendly when they come in and offer them right away a table. There's no waiting.
I mean, we definitely try to have the old style hospitality that, we're not just a deli at a counter. We try to be a restaurant. Yeah. So we have tableside service and we greet people. And, throughout my years in different restaurants, fine dining or hotels, I had a chef that was actually a 3-star New York Times chef, was the executive chef of Veritas when it was one of the best, restaurants in Manhattan. And one day he goes to a waiter and he's like, "So which is more important, good service or good food?" And, and the waiter was talking to a chef and he goes, "Of course it's good food." And he goes, "No, you're wrong." He said it a little bit more aggressively than that, with a couple of colorful adjectives, but and he said, if I give wonderful food, but you give horrible service and you're rude to a guest, the guest is never coming back. But he goes, but if I burn the food, but you as a server apologize, and and you bring them something else, and then at the end you maybe bring them dessert, or you're just absolutely nice, they'll leave and they'll be like, my meal wasn't great, but Jennifer was such a great server that we should try it again. And so, not that I ever want to burn anything or do anything, I want our food to always be as good as possible, but we also want that sense of hospitality that we want all guests to feel.
Yeah, that's nice, and it shows. Yeah. So you've been in the restaurant business for a while?
I've been in the restaurant business for about 33 years.
Okay.
Yes. So either restaurants or hotels, mostly fine dining. So there was a restaurant in New York that I was a general manager of called Café des Artistes. It was around for 100 years. I worked at the Four Seasons Hotel. I worked at another one for Ed Brown, which was fine dining. And then I was in outside of D.C. in a resort hotel called the Inn at Perry Cabin. So done a lot of fine dining, but also done everything from museum cafeterias and stuff like that. So a wide gamut.
Yeah. So I gather your favorite part is to be on the deli style with the, being close to the customers, or fine dining, or can you choose?
I mean,
if they ask you to choose.
I don't know if I would say there's one that I like more than the other. Yeah. I enjoy all of it. I mean, it's great being very, very accessible as a deli. I mean, when you're at a fine dining restaurant, I would say the majority of times you're not seeing everybody. When we were at the Four Seasons, the average, and this was 1990, so a long time ago, and the average room was $350 a night. And and our average check was $100. So you weren't getting a broad spectrum. So in the deli, it's very nice that my barrier of entry is very, very low. People can come here. On the other hand, is it fun serving $1,000 bottles of wine? Yeah, that's, that's also kind of nice. It's like, especially when they're like, have a glass, and you're like, okay, that's actually a lot of fun. But so all of it's really nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So what made you choose the restaurant business?
I think a lot of it was growing up. My parents worked a lot, and everyone, was always, and my brothers were in sports or doing lots of activities, and so we were always over, but we always got together for dinner. And so having that communal dinner together was always something that was very, very special, and something that I really liked. And from an early age on, I just liked to start to cook. So, I went to culinary school, and I as much as I love being with a guest, I like the idea of coming up with recipes or figuring out the menu. And so I guess it was that dinner table just passion that made me decide to go into restaurants.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So what are your goals for the next year for the restaurant?
So we opened up, or I actually agreed to the lease, didn't sign it, but agreed to the lease, and then the next day North Carolina closed for COVID. So literally we waited for 2 months being like, do we do it? Do we not do it? Do we not do it? Do we do it? And so the first 2 years have been brutal. I don't really know a better way to put it than that. And now we're in our third year, and it's actually going well. So I think our goal for the next year is to continue to grow. We've gone from, I would say, probably catering for the first year with COVID. People weren't having parties. People were not doing a lot of office, meetings and stuff like that, where catering was maybe 1% of our sales. To right now, I would say it's about 20 to 30%, let's say 25%. So I'd say my first goal for the next year is to definitely continue to grow that. To continue to let people know what we're doing, and then to look to expand at some point in time for another location.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So, what would your customers say they love most about your business?
I think I have lots of different customers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of there's the New Yorker or the people from Cleveland, Ohio, or we have one lady that comes once every 2 weeks originally from Boston. She has never eaten in the restaurant. She comes, she gets her full tongue sandwich on a Kaiser roll with nothing. No lettuce, no tomato, no mayonnaise, no nothing. Just tongue on a Kaiser roll and goes. And so I think there's a large spectrum of people, or a large contingent of people, that we're the only people that sell this stuff. So they're coming because where else are you going to get tongue? Or I'm the one that really has still the authentic pastrami. I bring it in, or the chopped liver. I can't believe how much chopped liver we sell. I never in my life thought we would sell this chopped liver. So there's a large variety or a large section that just comes because I'm it, But then I also think we have a lot of people that dine here 2 to 3 times a week, and a lot of it is because you met Ariana today that greets people, and Corinne greets everybody, and they know her, and so I think people enjoy the fact that when they walk in the door, before they even can say anything, they've got their Diet Coke, or we run and we get them their celery soda, or we know she likes the matzo ball soup, but nothing, just broth in a ball, no chicken, no anything. So I think it's the connection that we make with customers that is also a big draw.
Yeah, that's nice. And you have a pretty big menu, so
yes,
if you're coming here a few times a week, you're not going to be bored. There will be something that you can try new.
There's always something that you can try new. What I find amazing is the amount of people that just order the same thing every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So what drives you to do what you do? What motivates you?
I don't know, except for the fact that I like it. I've been doing this now since I've been 14. I'm now 51 or 2. I'm 51. And whether it's I've served presidents of the country, or whether a couple of them now, or major celebrities, or it's just Ed who comes every Sunday morning for a burger and a diet cream soda. I just kind of enjoy just doing that, as well as I like the fact that I have a lot of staff from different experiences all over the place. I mean, the 2 people that run my kitchen, one of them doesn't speak English at all, and my Spanish is brutal. So it's a lot of Google Translate, and she's learning English slowly, and I really wish I hadn't taken French in high school, but taken Spanish. But and the other lady that runs our kitchen with her says she doesn't speak English. She does, but she's mostly Spanish. So the excitement of just making sure that works, and just dealing with or interacting with a whole broad group of people. Yeah.
So I know running this business is probably like more than a full-time job.
Yes.
I would assume. Yeah. And so, but do you have any other hobbies? What else do you do besides work?
I'm the crazy person that before we moved to North Carolina, I was the person. My wife and I, we bought a house, got a puppy, and had a baby all within 6 weeks. Which was really, really, really dumb. I opened up a restaurant the same year that my wife started med school. So my wife is now a full-time first-year resident at Duke, which is amazing. I'm so proud. So she's working crazy hours. I'm working crazy hours. We have a 9-year-old that we look after. So pretty much just keeping everything together, I say, is my hobby right now.
Yeah. And finding time to spend together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So anything going on exciting here that your customers should know about?
I mean, we have a lot of different things that we do. We just did, we try on a monthly or every other month. We try to do something for the community. So last month we had a fundraiser for Second Chance Pet Adoption. The month before that we did it for the Urban Ministry Food Bank. So I would say every couple months we do something like that I'd encourage people to look at. I think the most fun thing that we do is on Mondays we have what we call as Mookie Madness. Each Monday we pick a different sandwich. If you order it when it's time to pay, we flip a coin. If you call it correctly, it's yours. So, it's kind of kooky, and people are like, is it fixed? I'm like, here's the coin. No, just guess, And they're like, what? How often do people win? And I'm like, about half the time. We had one table that won 4 weeks in a row, both people sitting there, and then we've had people that have never won. But that's actually something fun that we always do. And that's probably it. On a monthly basis, we change our menus, and that's kind of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So come for Monday
Mookie Madness, where we flip a coin for a different entree each week.
Oh, that will be fun. Yeah, I'll make sure I add that to the website, because that will be a fun thing to do. It's like a game. So yeah, we're almost ready to wrap up. But before we do that, can you tell our audience what's the best way to contact you?
So the best way to contact us is either go to info@mookiesnydeli.com. It's MOOKIES NYDeli DELI.com. Every email that we get, we respond to immediately. People also will go to Instagram or Facebook, but I would say emailing us directly is always the best way to go. And you can always just call the restaurant. The odds are, if I'm not here, I'll be back within 2 hours, because I am here 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ron.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
And with that, and again, my name is Diana Lockie, and I'm a local real estate agent. And if you're thinking about buying a home, there's some good deals out there, and I can help you with doing the research for them. Or if you're thinking about selling your home, there's a few things to do to prepare. Actually, it takes like a few months, and I can guide you to the process as well. And with that, thank you.